Despite believing that he won the presidential debate last night, frontrunner businessman Donald Trump walked away feeling that the Fox News team was really harsh on him, saving most of his ire for host Megyn Kelly, who put him on the spot for his overt sexism. All throughout the day today, there's been reaction. Rosie O'Donnell came out and said, how do you explain that to your kids? Hillary Clinton came out and said that's not the language of a president. Margaret, there's been a lot of reaction, and everything centers around the idea of, is this the right language for a president? If he comes to be president, it's okay for him to alienate half of the voting population? How do you feel as a woman to hear that from someone that might be a president?
Am I offended by Donald Trump's comments last night? Is that what you're asking me?
Not necessarily.
No.
How do you feel as a woman to have a president that feels like that about the female gender?
I don't care how Donald Trump feels about Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, who gives
No, not Rosie O'Donnell.
Women in general.
Okay,
he's a total asshole. He hates women. Okay, I don't know. I mean, again, he made really specific comments about Rosie O'Donnell and a few other women that he doesn't like. I don't know if it was quid pro quo, because if you remember, Rosie O'Donnell attacked him first. Regardless, is he a misogynist? I don't know. I really don't care if he's a misogynist or not. I care about him defunding the NSA, attacking civil asset forfeiture and overreach in the DOJ, defunding the NSA, addressing our massive prison complex that's continuously growing. You know, there are issues here that are pretty salient that have nothing to do with his hair or how he, you know, which woman he, you know, is making it. And it's kind of comical. A tweet over someone.
To make fun of women is comical to you?
No. The comedy here comes from the scrimmage that's happening between the two of them. No, of course not. I mean, thanks for that.
No, but the thing is, it's really important for us to see what is going on. And I think we can...
Would we give two shits, Jose? Would we care if he weren't on this stage? Would we be talking about Scott Walker
or Buck Kasich? If he wasn't there, we of course not.
They're so freaking boring. No, we wouldn't have watched it.
But that doesn't mean that we need to accept his ideas as something that,
no, I'm not saying
we can live with that. We can live with a president that can be hateful towards women because, you know.
I'm not defending Donald Trump. I'm not going to be put in that corner where I'm defending Donald Trump. I did not make those comments about women. He did. I don't really have an opinion regardless. He didn't personally offend me. I'm not clumped in some social demographic where I have to, you know, carry the torch of massive offense because he happened to make a comment about a woman that, frankly, nobody likes. But anyway, my point is,
but then he went after Megyn.
Right, he
Next
did.
day he went, like, he didn't learn.
Megyn Kelly is a tough girl. She can handle herself, frankly. I mean,
but it's not about the reaction of women. For me, the important the point is not about the reaction of women towards his comments. It's about the fact that we are placing this type of language at the top of the polls of the Republican Party.
Right.
He's leading the polls.
You're right. His language is inflammatory.
It's inflammatory, it's divisive, it's derogatory, and there's no way we can apologize for it.
You, my friend, are a feminist, and frankly, I really like that about you, but at the same time, perhaps you're being a bit too sensitive here.
I'm just placing the question about the feasibility of having him represent most of the population. And I don't think it's feasible, you know? The reactions were, you know, there were people that were angry at Megyn, like you know.
I'm not angry at her. I mean, I don't personally watch her show, but you know, I mean, she can ask whatever she wants to ask. She clearly doesn't like the man. She doesn't like a number of those guys, and the reasoning behind that question, we need to look at the motivation. They see him as a threat to the Republican establishment. If in fact he breaks off a faction of their party and becomes an independent runner, that could seriously hand this election to Hillary Clinton. Everybody and their mother's brother knows that. She knows that. There was reasoning behind that question. They're wanting to weed him out early. Unfortunately, the only thing that she did was make him more visible, more talked about.
Do you think that, and I'm glad that you touch upon that, do you think that visibility is the only thing that is going to matter at the end of this race? Like you said, if we take Trump, money too.
Let's not forget, the Koch brothers just invested $889 million, or they're said that they're going to in this election. It's money and visibility, and unfortunately,
do you think Trump is getting any of that money? I don't think Trump is getting. I think it's a plan.
He cares.
You know, I think. But why would you, as a Republican, even vote for someone that don't care? He came out and said, you know what, guys, I won't endorse any of these guys if I don't win. I'll go run independently.
No, he didn't say that.
He said that he wouldn't pledge. He said he wouldn't pledge
and he said if he likes
respect any of them if they win.
Look, again, This is not about supporting Donald Trump for me. This is about the topic of hand, which is the misogyny in his position towards women. Of course, saying that a woman belongs on her knees or that some woman's a fat pig. Of course, those are heinous things to say about someone. If a guy said that to me, I'd probably slap him in the face. I don't know, but it's not directed at me. I'm not taking this personally. I'm not lumping myself in a demographic. You might, on behalf of all women, which is very noble of you, and I commend that effort. More importantly for me, though, are the issues on the table that none of these men are talking about except for a couple, and it's our massive spy apparatus, what we're doing in terms of civil asset forfeiture, which is critical. That affects everyday people, taking people's property because they owe a debt. These are issues here. Hemp production, legalization of pot, major issues besides this man's hair and how
all of
he
the issues
personally
that the
feels
Republican Party is not famous for.
Right.
So it will be hard for us to try to find debate on those issues on the Republican debate.
But if we
they
find
don't talk
that
about
voice
it.
in this,
They were highlights. I agree with you. They were highlights about the debate. Kasich, for me, was the winner of the debate. He came out as a Republican that has some understanding.
He's so gentle. He's very likable. Is he presidential material? I don't know.
We'll see. We want to know how you feel about the situation. Are you with Trump? Are you against him? Let us know in the comments. Do you think he has a chance, or is he running independent? And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Lib TV 2.